Hey guys, what's up? It's Kevin. Let's jump in today's video. It's called Microchip Boom, as you see on your screen. If you're like me, I feel like in 2026, all I've read and heard about is microchip. Whether that's AI chips, data center chips, memory chips, it is consuming the news cycle. And we continue to see investors pile investment into the companies you see on the screen, NVIDIA, Micron, and Samsung, for good reason. They're phenomenal companies that have driven performance exponentially over the last 24 months. But I think if we cut through all that noise, guys, we're going to find that there's some real gems in this environment, some real winners in this environment that don't make chips at all. And in fact, what makes it even better is they win regardless of which chip manufacturer comes out on top in 2026. Right now, we're entering into an environment, or we're in an environment that I like to call microchip mania. Take a look on your screen. You'll see the global semiconductor CapEx growth from 2019 to 2026, 135% growth. That's just phenomenal. We know that AI centers are getting bigger. We know that the data centers, the growth of data centers is expanding both globally and domestically. In fact, when you take a look at our current administration's trade strategy, they are driving domestic investment. They're pushing on these manufacturers to build data centers here in the United States. We're seeing that, and it's continuing to just cause a huge uplift of data center growth and expansion. We also know from earlier videos that I've done that the memory demand, or the demand for memory, is exploding, particularly for advanced memory models like HBM. But there is a risk, like any investment, but there's a risk investing in chip manufacturers. And part of that risk is that chip manufacturers live and die by price cycles, by inventories, and there's brutal competition between these companies. And if we ever get to a moment of oversupply, it's going to significantly impact their margins. But it takes me to think, on the other hand, we have a group of companies in this environment that we should be focusing on investing in as well. These are the equipment suppliers. And what's beautiful about the equipment suppliers is they're seen as vital partners and not competitors to the chip makers. The equipment suppliers win regardless if NVIDIA wins or Samsung wins or Micron wins or another competitor comes in that starts to take market share. The equipment suppliers are vital partners. Today, I want to focus on Lam Research and why you should look and potentially invest in Lam Research. Lam Research doesn't design chips. They build highly sophisticated equipment systems to help etch, deposit, and process advanced semiconductors. If you're a chip manufacturer and you want smaller nodes, better yields, more advanced memory, you need Lam Research. So as an investor, why should I place my investment in a company, an equipment supplier, and a company like Lam Research? It's because you're going to benefit from this microchip mania environment that I explained without having to guess which chip manufacturer is going to come out on top. They supply the equipment to all of them. They're seen as a strategic partner. Lam Research is an excellent company to bet. If we're in an environment where more fabs equals more equipment, more advanced chips equals more complex processes, and that type of environment, and an environment that has complexity, equipment suppliers and companies like Lam Research are suited to benefit and to drive higher margins for the company. So let's take a look. Let's jump to a chart and just take a look to see how Lam Research finished today. So guys, you can see on the screen right now, I pulled up a chart from CNBC, which is looking at market movers. Top gainers on the day. If you look in the NASDAQ, Lam Research is your second biggest top gainer of the day today. I'm going to jump on it, expand the box here so we can talk about it a bit further. Strong day, over $17 per share growth, almost a 9% growth on the day. In fact, Lam Research hit a new 52-week high today. They reached, I think it was 219 a share earlier today. And part of that was driven from Goldman Sachs coming out earlier today. They shifted the price target for the company higher, and they also reinforced it as a strong buy in 2026. So overall, guys, I think Lam Research off to a strong start. Year to date, 17% growth year to date for the company. I want you to consider it, look at it. And in reality, as I said earlier, in this market that is obsessed with chip designers, equipment suppliers like Lam Research may in fact be the quiet backbone that's driving the entire industry. So guys, if you like this video, if it made you think a little differently about AI investing or think a little differently about the equipment suppliers in this space, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. It helps a ton. Also, love to hear your comments. Do you agree with Lam Research? Do you think I should cover other equipment suppliers in future like ASML or Applied Materials? Let me know your thoughts or anything else. But I hope you have a great evening. Talk to you soon. Take care.